Yo, what's up, gang? It's me, guy with valid crash outs. I think I've recently been exaggerating my character a little too far. It's come to a point where whenever I talk about Linux, I just put the fear in God in some people. And I'd like to apologize to any normal person, to just use Linux because unfortunately there are people who are, have their heads so far up their ass, you begin to wonder if they actually like it in there. And the answer is yes. They love the smell of their own filth. I'm not here to talk about Linux users just yet. Oh no, I already know I made a video about it, but there's always something new to talk about with them. Because let me tell you, some of them are real fucking gremlins. No, instead I'm here to talk about what it really means to be a real programmer. God, a real programmer. A good programmer. Not the best, not the worst, just someone who's good, someone who just knows what they're doing. I've seen so many people just talk about productivity, what they need to do, what tools they need to use, this, that, AI chatbots. I don't give a fuck. Replace your wife with AI, replace your boyfriend with AI. Why is that a thing? Why is it happening? But no, I'm not here to talk about any of that. I'm here to talk about what makes you a good programmer. There have also been some other things I've been hearing about, like don't be a cog in a machine. And you know what? As someone who's like working a job right now, I can tell you with great confidence that that's not an issue. It's not the end of the world if you're working for another company. I'm gonna be completely frank. I genuinely believe I don't think I'm that great of a programmer. It's not that I think I'm bad, of course. It's just that I feel like I'm very creative with how I do things. Despite me not knowing everything, I usually find a way to get to whatever end goal I have, and I feel like that's what most programmers need to have. I'm not sitting here telling anyone to like cut corners. I'm just telling you to learn what you need to learn to just get the job done. If it makes you feel any better, I might just be like some unique creature because every time I hear like John Carmack, I start oogling at the screen because I just really want to be as good as him one day. I'm not sure if I'll ever surpass him, but God, it's just a goal of mine. And that just keeps me going. That just keeps me wanting to learn more and more and just keep pushing myself to be better and better. I may not get to that point, but fuck me, dude. This is amazing. I love this shit, and I hope you'll hopefully get the same passion that I do. All right, ABR, what the hell makes a good programmer? All right, the first step in becoming a good programmer is actually pretty simple. All you have to start reading and actually programming in things that you're interested in and wanting to learn. I know, crazy first step. So now we're just gonna move on to step number 2 because I feel like there's more content to that. That being is actually just talking to people. I do not know why, but almost everyone I talk to just makes me feel like I'm just some high level engineer or like some genius when reality is I'm not. I don't want to call myself naive, but I'm not like some fucking expert in all this shit I'm talking about. I just love reading about it. It's not me trying to brag. This is just how I am. I love reading about this and I love learning more about it. The last of becoming any great programmer is just collaborating. I know. Absolutely insane steps. The 3-step program becoming a god tier programmer. You might be thinking to yourself, ABR, this is completely basic. Why are you repeating something you just read somewhere else? And you're right. I did see this from somewhere else, and I'm 100% repeating it because what I realize is not many people are gonna read it. Yo, reading a script and being dyslexic actually sucks. I just need to throw this in there, by the way. And you're 100% right, because I saw this somewhere and I realized this isn't gonna help anyone, and hopefully I can help some nerd out there overcome their social anxiety, because you'll be getting nowhere in life if you're just gonna sit in front of a computer and not talk to anyone. I had to learn the hard way of not being a little bitch, so now I'm hopefully gonna change your mind, and we're gonna have a great time together, gang. Alright, so now we're gonna explain each step. I'm gonna be skipping the first step. If you really cannot comprehend what I'm saying in the first step, I don't know what to tell you, gang. All kidding aside, if you're not programming in your free time, then get fucked. You're gonna be a moron and you're gonna get left behind by everyone else. I'm gonna elaborate on the reading portion a little bit, solely because you really need to read what you wanna learn. If you wanna learn networking, pick up a textbook, read a couple blogs. I know blogs are gonna be the end all be all to this stuff, but at least it'll give you an idea of where to start and where to begin. There are so many guides. There are so many online guides. There are so many free textbooks. All you have to do is put a effort in it and you got it, dude. You can become great. You just gotta try. All right, step number 2 is actually talking to people. This one hits a little close to home because there was a point in my life where I just didn't speak to people. For around 4 to 5 years of my life, I was just terrified of speaking to people. I'm gonna share a little secret with everyone right now. I'm actually terrified of talking to people. Especially in one-on-one situations, I have terrible social anxiety. Do you wanna know how I, get past this problem, I just pretend I'm confident. Yeah, that's really all you have to do. You're gonna fuck up, you're gonna fail, you're gonna make a complete ass of yourself. I've been there so many times, I can't even begin to count. But you'll make it. If I could do it, you 100% can do it. Just don't be afraid. This is a skill you either have to learn or relearn because I've spent so much of my time trying to talk to people again. And believe it or not, I used to talk with a severe stutter. I know I still have a stutter in some of my videos because I refuse to cut them out because I'm lazy. And especially on stream when, thinking way too fast. But it used to be way worse. You don't know how it feels when your friend you haven't spoken to in years suddenly just says, ABR, you've been speaking for a full 20 minutes and haven't heard you stutter once. It really just is life-changing. You just have to be a little more confident in yourself and just keep trying. I know for some people, situation's a bit different, but doesn't really change the fact that you need to be more confident in your ability to not just speak, but to just interact with people in some way or in some form. Start talking to classmates, start talking to the coworkers, start talking with random people on the street. Don't have like a full-on conversation with these people, just maybe compliment, ask them a question. Let them know that you exist. I spent a good portion of my life being absolutely terrified talking to people. If you're going to take any of my advice seriously, at least let it be this. You never know who you're going to meet. It could be the next CEO, it could be the next job opportunity. Just talk to someone. It could really change your life. Also, this is just generally pretty funny. People act like Oblivion NPCs. You can just straight up go up to them and ask for any rumors, and they probably will just tell you what's been happening recently. It's very funny. This last point for all the losers out there, and if you get offended by this, you should be offended by this. You don't want to be held back by your own psyche. Step 2 and 3 very obviously go hand in hand with one another. Once you start talking to people, start collaborating with people. Work with them. This isn't like a suggestion, this is actually a demand. You should really just start collaborating with people. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I was perfect myself, but I've done a few projects with friends. Ask questions, see what you're good at, see what you're bad at, see where you can improve. No one's perfect in life, and a lot of the times, people are just like you. I was at one point really, really bad at programming. I was in something called tutorial hell. If I didn't do any of this right now, I wouldn't be where I am today. Also, just a big thing, I'm talking big, big thing, don't ever rely on AI. It'll just make you dumber as a person. This is the same shit that TikTok offers you with instant gratification with some randomly scraped shit off the internet, which is, honestly speaking, probably copyrighted. If you really want to be good, here's what I recommend doing. No chatbots, no Google, just documentation. And if you really, really want to challenge yourself, turn off your LSP. I'm not going to act like some wizard. I don't need to use Google whenever I'm using Python or the Pandas library, because most of the time I just know what I'm doing and I know what I need to use. It's impossible to remember all syntax. It's okay to look up references, and it's okay to even get an example from a chatbot, but just don't ever fucking rely on it. It will screw you up in the long run. I show up to work, I open up my Windows laptop, connect to the Linux server, open up Vim, and get right to fucking work. I'm the only programmer in the office who doesn't use VS Code or religiously use chatbots. This is a flex. I'm mogging my coworkers. And that's really all I got for today. I know it's not that funny, but I feel like most people can get some inspiration from this. It doesn't even have to apply to programming. This is just general life advice. Also, I just want to say this now. I feel like I got this idea from another video, and I'd like to apologize to whomever I stole this from and potentially ruined it. Alright, gang, thanks for watching. But unfortunately, I have some bad news. I'm not allowed to tell you guys to burn down data centers anymore. I know, unfortunately, that's an act of terrorism, and that's, not cool. Genuinely sorry to disappoint any of you guys, but if you like what you saw, please like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Last words, stop paying for AI subscriptions. Ciao.